Hello and welcome back to Off-Cam Celebs. In today's video, we'll discuss how closely the season 4 cast of Stranger Things is related to one another. Let's get started. Besties till death do them part. It makes sense that Millie Bobby Brown and Sadie Sink would be best friends until death do them part. They clicked right away despite being the only two female actors in the group. The cast members even traveled together. Noah Schnapp, though, is Millie's closest buddy. They became close during the first season of Stranger Things filming because they were making their own small show. The pair developed as the biggest practical jokers on set. Their very first joke was on the television program Brothers. Millie placed water in her mouth and began throwing up while acting really ill. To the delight of the kids, the Duffers didn't anticipate that and took the matter quite seriously. Brown was also the mastermind behind the season 4 epic practical joke. This time, Noah was the recipient. She lured him to a location where the entire squad and crew attacked him. The fact that Schnapp and Brown are the closest of friends makes it impossible for any other cast members to have accomplished that feat. One of Millie's closest pals for the longest time, she acknowledged, is Noah, because she was primarily homeschooled and had no childhood companions. The actress noted Noah is truly one of those special and beloved persons for her. Even the fabled marriage pact between best friends has been signed by the two. The two decide they will be married to each other if they are not already engaged by the time they turned 40, because they would make nice roommates. However, Millie emphasized that it would be a wholly platonic union, and the pact did include a non-negotiable clause prohibiting having children. In 20 years, we'll undoubtedly see how this agreement plays out. The Broadway kids. Sadie Sink has frequently been associated with her co-workers, particularly Caleb McLaughlin, who plays her lover and with whom she has wonderful on-screen chemistry. The fact that they are only close friends, however, does not negate the fact that they had some sort of past together. Before they were all cast on Stranger Things, Sata claimed that she had known Caleb and Gaten for a very long time. On Broadway, they first met. Sadie performed in Annie, McLaughlin appeared in The Lion King, and Matarazzo portrayed Jean Valjean in Les Miserables. They spent a lot of time in the park as youngsters, where they would all congregate to burn off energy in between performances, she recounted. So Sink was thrilled when she saw Caleb again on the Stranger Things set. As a result, the co-stars' friendship developed rather effortlessly. Sadie remembered having a water balloon fight with Caleb and singing Hamilton songs non-stop with Gaten, and they attended an Adele performance together the first time she met Millie. However, just because Sadie and Caleb had a little romantic chemistry doesn't mean that there weren't any secret love affairs. A time to remember. The cast of the Stranger Things had a lot less to deal with during the first season of the show's filming. Like actual 80s kids, they passed their free time playing classics like cards and Monopoly. The cast members even dressed up for Halloween and went trick-or-treating together, despite not being known to the general public at the time. Fans questioned whether such endearing childhood friendships would continue into adulthood at that time, which was 8 years ago. Fortunately, not much has changed since then. Even if everyone is now preoccupied with their own lives, Noah is an entrepreneur in addition to being an actor. Despite the fact that Millie is a producer and the creator of her own skincare and beauty line, and Finn is a screenwriter and short film director, they all still have one another on their minds. They will likely have to put in more work to stay in each other's lives after season 5, but they are prepared to do it. Bullies are welcome. Most people, we bet, felt uneasy when watching how cruel California's Angel has been to Elle. It turns out that Grace Orkin, who was elderly, had a less than pleasant encounter. Stranger Things, the newbie admitted, were what initially motivated her to pursue a career in film. Booking a part on her favorite show was simply wild, but it wasn't simply playing a bully. LOD doesn't like conflict at all in real life after all. Obviously, being on set with the main cast who are before, like family was a little scary, but LOD was welcomed right away. Quote, honestly, they made it feel so comfortable for everyone new walking in. It was just a really fun set, unquote. She shared. Another cast member who debuted in season 3 and returned in the most recent installment wasn't at all afraid. Because of her experience on Broadway, Gabriela Pizzolo was familiar with several of her classmates before being cast in the Stranger Things series. Additionally, she was quite familiar with Sadie because Mitchell Sink, Gabriela's brother, appeared in the same performance. They were therefore similar to family pals. Overall, being familiar with her co-stars made the experience of watching Stranger Things more enjoyable. For instance, when she and Gaten were creating the song together for The Endless Story, Matarazzo paid close attention to his co-star on the screen. Before that, he stopped Gabriela's trailer and inquired, quote, are you sure this is okay? Do you want to try this? Unquote. It makes sense why she was so thrilled to hear that Susie would be appearing in yet another season. Even while not every cast member of Stranger Things was acquainted before shooting began, several of them made a lifelong commitment to friendship. The unlikely duo. The relationships between the characters are what makes us care about them even if there is a lot of action in the program. At least once, these bonds even saved a character's life. Season 2 brought Steve Harrington Rose, a former bully turned babysitter, to prominence. Their bromance, which was largely made possible by his improbable friendship with unapologetic nerd Dustin Henderson, sprang out of nowhere, but strangely enough, it just sorts of happened. Gaten Matarazzo admitted that it initially felt strange because the plot-wise dead end gave rise to the concept of being Steve and Dustin together. The character then connects all of a sudden. The success of the oddball duo astonished the creators of Stranger Things as well. According to Matt Duffer, it was never planned when we presented the season to Netflix. It's just something you learned along the way. We grew to adore Dustin and Steve thanks to their adventures together. Additionally, every moment of their bromance has a tiny bit of actuality to it. Joe recently explained why their arguments felt so normal by likening Gaten to a 60-year-old uncle he never had. This is especially funny because Kiri is 10 years older than Joe's best friend. The addition of Joseph Quinn to the cast is season 4, changed and dynamic of their characters' relationship. Eddie, the dungeon master in Dungeons & Dragons, became Dustin's newest hero. Gaten won't take sides, either on or off camera though. He was pleased to welcome a new team member, whom he described as a very committed, cautious, and dedicated performer. Not only did Kiri, Matarazzo, and Quinn get along well while filming, but they also got along well during the pandemic-related hiatus. By the way, they spent a lot of time together rock climbing, like Gaten and Joe Kiri. They didn't decide whether Steve and Dustin or Steve and Robin were the superior duos. The real romance. The first time Charlie Heaton and Natalia Dyer were photographed together was in 2017, having been seen holding hands in Paris and sharing a kiss in London. The couple later made their red carpet debut at a Christmas event. Although they were frequently questioned about their connection, the two of you didn't divulge much about it. They didn't want it to affect their work on the show, so they first wanted to be certain of what was really going on between them. Even if Dyer and Heaton weren't certain, Matt Duffer insists that he saw it coming. The couple is still together as of 2022. Natalia is perplexed as to why others would want to know about their personal life, though. Being open as a person and as an actress are quite different things, in her opinion. So, whose closeness is your favorite? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video.